two or more Earth-like planets found orbiting nearby star Tau Ceti. An international team of astronomers have confirmed that at least two Earth-like planets, small rocky worlds in the inhabitable zone around a star where liquid water is possible, orbit a nearby star of Tau Ceti, according to researchers at the University of California, Santa Cruz, and the University of Herefordshire in the United Kingdom. While it may be a little early to make plans to live out in the fantasies of Isaac Asimov's science fiction novel, the new findings accepted for publication in the Astrophysical Journal makes Tau Ceti a prime candidate for the prize of closest life-supporting planets to Earth. Tau Ceti is a star of approximate brightness and structure to our own sun, being only slightly smaller and dimmer, and sits about 12 light-years away from us, making it one of the 20 closest stars to us. Tau Ceti is bright enough to be seen from Earth, forming part of the constellation Cetus. It rises in the northerly winter skies a couple of hours before the better-known constellation Orion. Dr. Fabo Feng of the University of Herefordshire in the UK, the lead author of the project, describes how they detect the planets by observing tiny wobbles by the star as planets orbit it. Larger planets are easier to detect because they make their parent star wobble more. Smaller planets are harder to find. Our detection of such weak wobbles is a milestone in the search for Earth analogs and the understanding of Earth's habitable through a comparison with these, Feng said in his recent published report. Nico Tuomi, another researcher at the University of Hertfordshire, explains, "We came up with an ingenious way of telling the difference between signals caused by planets and those caused by stars' activity. We realized that we could see how stars' activity differ at different wavelengths and use that information to separate this activity from signals of planets." The team made the discovery by combining more than 6,000 observations from the UCLES spectrograph on the Anglo-Australian telescope, the higher spectrograph of the Keck telescope, and reanalyzing spectra taken with the HARPS spectrograph available through the European Southern Observatory Public Archive. The Herefordshire Santa Cruz team previously collaborated on the study of Tau Ceti in 2013, a study that concluded that 5 such larger super-Earth planets orbited the star. The team's revisiting of the subject resulted in eliminating one of those planets and downsizing the other 4. It's also revealed that 2 of the planets, Tau Ceti E and Tau Ceti F, lay inside the star's habitable zone. Sun-like stars are preferable, Sky News explains, because their properties most closely resemble the only star that we know of that's actually supporting our life, that's our own star, and what the conditions are that make it possible. Every star has a habitable zone around it with its size and location depending on the star's size and radiance, but as phys.org explains, smaller stars like Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun at only 4.2 light-years away from us, tend to have habitable zones so close to their surface that any planet orbiting sufficiently close to it will be tidally locked, meaning that the same side of the planet always faces the star, rendering it an inhabitable world of temperature extremes. Much larger stars than the Sun tend to be more unstable, releasing radiation and pulsing nova of heat that would make the development of life on the planet over millions of years impossible. However, just being in the habitable zone around an ideal star does not guarantee that the planet will support life. Space.com noted that a large debris disk, much like our own Kuiper belt, surrounds Tau Ceti, which in the absence of a larger Jupiter-like planet to absorb projectiles, may be constantly bombarding this planet with comets and meteors. Additionally, the planets may have different material composition that give them a very different geological property compared to our Earth. Tau Ceti E and F may be swirling molten worlds devoid of life, but for now they are the best candidates we have for habitable extrasolar planets close to our home. And this is on Bended Reality. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.